Alright, I'm gonna make sure this thing's recording. Hello. Oh. Alright, 224 at 420. Alright, thank you, boss man. Alright, bye. Huh. Prayer has been answered. I did not want to be on this train tonight. Yeah, let me adjust this real quick. Make it straight a little bit. So, dude, there is a lot to be discussed right now, and this video might be coming out a little bit late depending on when I edit it. But there's something I picked up on, and I was watching some social media. You know, I'm trying to get off of social media. I'll delete it for a couple months and then be right back on it, but that's besides the case. What I witnessed was NLE Choppa. Okay, who is this? Most people already know who I'm talking about. And he's a famous rapper and someone that has went mainstream, super viral, and overall very well known in his confession saying he's saved and he's made his confession towards Jesus. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, so he's a rapper, he's been controversial, he's had a past, you know, he's obtained all the material things in the world, and he just recently got saved. And I'm seeing this, and people online are bashing him, just beaten down, just boom, 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 like, oh, you don't do this, throwing the freaking book at him. And we as Christians, or people that follow Christ, you know, we think, yeah, you'll know them by their fruits. Dude was just recently saved. You're not going to expect this man to be a saint overnight. There's a thing called sanctification, and we are so good at judging people who just recently started dabbling in Christianity. Or you show them the 10 Commandments and be like, "Urgh." You know what I mean? Like, rules, law. Rather than, oh my gosh, God has been gracious to him. Oh my gosh, this is a prayer answered. And instead of looking at it like that, everyone's just judging. I don't get it. So when I was first saved and I made my confession, I was not perfect, and nor will I ever be perfect. We all fall short of the glory of God. And something I picked up on is when I first got saved, there was this song. It was called Praise the Lord by A$AP Rocky. I'm pretty sure it's called Praise the Lord, where he's like, I praise the Lord, then break the law I take what's my, you know. And so when I was first saved, I didn't understand the law. I understand, like, oh, I made my confession, therefore we're under grace. But it is a process, and we cannot judge another man's walk specifically on how far he is in his life, makes his confession, all the previous things he's done and all the former things that are to come have been wiped away. We have no right to make a judgment towards another man that just made his confession as in his walk of sanctification. And this is my understanding of it, is that the people that are like, you need to do this or you need to do that, you know, we're all the biggest hypocrites. We need to take a solid look at ourselves and realize this right here, who we are and the way we're finger pointing at other people, we need to take a hard, good look at ourselves and realize we need to take the speck out of our own eye. And I even caught myself doing it. Like, I was listening to the song, and he had a song that was talking about praising Jesus, but he got a mixture of, you know, the former things. And he will come to realize that, and it is not our job to persecute, but rather guide and correct others. Like, for instance, when I was originally saved, I was still smoking, I was still drinking, but my desires changed. My desires stopped becoming the things of the world and the things that pleases this. You know, of course, this isn't going to go away until we pass, until we leave this body. But something to truly grasp onto, and I am so guilty of it too, is taking our speck out of our own eye. And I have a speck in my own eye right now, and I'll explain it to you guys right now. So when you look up at the sky and you take a gander, you can see all the discrepancies in your eyes, like the scars, the damage in your eye. And something that God has given me, something so beautiful, he has given me this speck in my eye, quite literally a speck in my eye. And anytime I'm judging my brother, or like I'm looking at someone else and see their flaws, I immediately get that reminder of the speck in my eye. And so when we're looking at other people, when we're looking at their past, present, and future, we are not subject to judge one another. And all former things have passed away, for we are a new creation. And our walks are never going to be perfect, because it is not ultimately up to our works. Now, understand, people are going to cross-reference faith without works is dead, right? Show me your faith and I'll show you my works, right? So these are here for a reason. We're not supposed to understand it all. I'm so sorry about that cutoff. Basically, at the end of the day, judge not, lest thy be judged. Take the speck out of our own eye and forgive those as Christ has forgiven us, man. So that's kind of the end of the story, you know. I really want to focus on Christ is King. Don't judge another man's walk. Love each other earnestly. Above all else, this covers a multitude of sins. And that's something that you need to look up, I need to look up, and I need to recollect my thoughts, because His Spirit is poured out. You know, it's being poured out onto everyone. You know, even young children I've seen, I've talked to, you know, kids I've met. Even the young children, kids are coming to Christ. And I think it's just important to realize that it's all grace. I love you guys. Thank you. Hopefully I get this video out as soon as possible, but I love y'all. Peace.